I stood in my brother's hallway, holding a beer that had gone warm in my hand. My phone was still open to the Bluetooth menu. The house had gone completely silent, except for the sound of my own breathing. 5 minutes ago, I thought I was just trying to play some music. Now I knew my marriage was over. And the worst part? She wasn't planning our divorce with a lawyer. She was planning it with him. Before we get into this, I want to ask you to support the video with a like and a subscription. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you.
Sarah and I had been married for 6 years. Not perfect, but who is? We'd stopped having those long talks we used to have. Stopped staying up late just because we didn't want the day to end. But I figured that's just what happens. Life gets busy, work piles up, you get comfortable. The cracks were there, if I'm honest. She started going to my brother's place more often. Just hanging out with the group, she'd say. My brother Dave had this tight crew. His best friend Marcus was always around. Nice guy. Funny. I never thought twice about it.
That Saturday, Dave was throwing a little get-together. Nothing fancy. Just beer, snacks, and whatever game was on TV. Sarah had gone over early to help set up. I was coming from work, running about an hour late. I texted her I was on my way. She sent back a thumbs up. That was it. Just a thumbs up. When I got there, the place was already buzzing. Maybe 15 people scattered between the kitchen and living room. Dave greeted me with a beer and a shoulder pad. Sarah was on the couch laughing at something someone said. She looked relaxed. Happy, even. She gave me a small wave, but didn't get up. I made my rounds, talked sports with a couple of guys, grabbed some chips, the usual party stuff. Everything felt normal. Boring normal. The kind of normal that makes you zone out and check your phone too much. I wasn't even really enjoying myself, just going through the motions. After about an hour, the conversation in the living room had gotten loud. Too many people talking over each other. I wanted to throw on some music to fill the space, maybe get people to relax a bit. I pulled out my phone and opened Spotify. That's when it all started. I scrolled to a playlist and hit play. Nothing happened. No sound from my phone. I turned the volume up. Still nothing. Then I saw it. My phone had connected to a Bluetooth speaker. Dave's den. Must be his office upstairs. I didn't think much of it. I disconnected and tried again. But then I heard it. Not music. Voices. Coming from upstairs. Faint, but clear enough. The speaker must have been on, sitting idle in his office, and my phone had picked it up before I could stop it. I was about to disconnect when I heard her laugh. Sarah's laugh. That specific one she does when she's flirting. If you're listening to this, and you've ever felt that gut punch of something being wrong, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Let's get through this together. I froze. My thumb hovered over the disconnect button, but I didn't press it. I don't know why. Maybe I already knew. Maybe part of me had known for a while. I stood there in the hallway, away from the noise, and I just listened. My heart was pounding so hard I thought people could hear it. Marcus's voice came through next. So when are you actually going to tell him? His tone was casual. Too casual. Like they'd talked about this 100 times before. Sarah sighed. Not a sad sigh, an annoyed one. I don't know, soon. I just need to figure out the right time. He's been so clueless lately, it almost makes it easier. I felt cold, like someone had opened a freezer door inside my chest. She kept talking. I just don't want it to be messy. I've already talked to a lawyer. I'm filing next month. I just need to move some money around first. He has no idea. Honestly, Marcus, I don't even feel bad anymore.
I haven't felt anything for him in over a year."
Marcus laughed. Actually laughed. "You're ice cold, Sarah. Does Dave know?" She paused. "Dave knows I'm unhappy. He doesn't know about us. Not yet. I'll tell him after. He'll get over it." My brother. She was going to blindside my brother, too. This wasn't just betrayal. It was calculated. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw the phone. But I didn't. I just stood there, staring at the wall, listening to my wife and my brother's best friend talk about dismantling my life like it was a grocery list. She wasn't even sad. She was relieved, planning. She'd already moved on. I was just a detail she hadn't dealt with yet. I disconnected the Bluetooth. The music never played. My hands were shaking. I walked up the stairs slowly. Each step felt like it took an hour. The office door was half open. I could see them sitting close on the couch inside. Too close. Her hand was on his knee. They were smiling. I pushed the door open. They both looked up. The smiles dropped instantly. Sarah's face went white. Marcus just stared. Nobody said anything for what felt like a full minute. Finally, I spoke. My voice came out calm. Too calm. "So, next month, huh?" Her mouth opened, but nothing came out.
I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just looked at her. Really looked at her. And I realized I didn't even recognize the person sitting there. Marcus started to say something, but I cut him off. "Don't. Just don't." I turned around and walked out. I heard her call my name once. I didn't stop.
I went back downstairs, grabbed my coat. Dave asked if I was okay. I told him we'd talk tomorrow. I couldn't do it right then, not there. I got in my car and sat in the driveway for 20 minutes. My phone buzzed. Texts from Sarah. I didn't read them. I already knew what they'd say. The divorce went through 4 months later. She got the lawyer she'd already picked. I got a studio apartment and a lawyer I found on Google. Marcus and Sarah didn't last 6 months after that. My brother and I don't talk much anymore. He said he didn't know. I believe him. But it still hurts. Sometimes I think about that night. If I hadn't tried to play music, if I hadn't connected to that speaker, would I have found out eventually? Maybe. Or maybe I would have just kept living in that fog, ignoring the cracks until the whole thing collapsed. I don't know which would have been worse. If this story hit you in any way, please subscribe. It helps more than you know. And maybe leave a comment. I'd like to know I'm not alone in this. Thanks for listening.